Looks,
Okay, this batch in this corner here is my stuff. I've been fooling around with natural edge stuff lately. This is cherry. This thing here is a slab off the side of a cherry log. This is another one. This is a maple bowl. It's another slab of cherry. And this is a box elder from Don, this guy. This is a piece of silver maple, and that's about it.
thank you.
Did you have any difficulty with those slabs?
Excuse me?
Did you have any difficulty with the slabs?
No, as a matter of fact, I think
They weren't
when I-
flexing on you or anything?
No. You don't want to make them too thin. I've had those. But as a matter of fact, somebody here has been asking how I do this, so maybe that'll be the title of my March demo.
Very good.
How to make these guys.
How to make those and keep 10 fingers?
Yeah.
Playing with shapes and forms, of course, just maple carved, and you get tired of doing the same thing every time, so you start to think of how I can change what I've done, different approaches. This was a very different approach. The problem with any kind of carving is that as you get to different portions of a turned piece, the dimensions change inside and out. So if you're going to carve a primary and then do a secondary carving, you've got to be careful not to give yourself too little materials, otherwise you cut right through, and that's the end of a piece you've worked a long time on. So that was part of the thinking process, and I think it's an interesting form. And that's really about it. It's carved more than once. It's carved for shape first and then it's
outside
texture.
shape?
Excuse me?
How'd you come up with the outside shape?
Interesting. I was looking at different bowl forms, and I said to myself,
Yes.
what can I do that would be a variation on pieces that I've become known for already? And I thought, yeah, let's just change the orientation a bit. And I began carving. And then I started to see the shape kind of emerge. And then once it emerged, then I said, now I can refine this. But it was kind of organic, it just happened.
Did you turn the outside
It was turned as a bowl,
and then you
then
cut the sides?
material was moved away,
Okay.
and then after it was shaped like that, and I had to, of course, hollow the bowl, and then I decided, well, I want to do more than just that. I want to texture it. Where's this other piece? This piece, this piece is carved, and then once it was carved, they were happy with that. But you know me, I'm not satisfied. I got to go further and do some other thing to my work, and that's what happened.
What's the finish on that?
Lacquer.
The color?
Oh, the color is a bleached white with a sanding sealer and lacquer. So that's basically bringing up that maple, keeping the maple true to its form. Okay, any other questions? That's it.
Whose is this square bowl? Or it isn't square, it's rectangular, excuse me.
Just like I did yesterday, it's just, I was online, got inspired by that Alan Sturt, I think his name is.
Al Sturt.
Al Sturt. And went in the basement and hacked up a piece of walnut that I have down there. That's,
Got a question for you.
yeah.
The intersection between the carved pieces and the round piece, how did you finish, did you carve it first and then finish the rim?
No.
How'd you-
I
how'd
was
you-
all,
How'd you stop without cutting it into the?
I just took a skew chisel and just touched it in right there. And
So that's
as
how you
the
had it.
chisel
Okay.
hit, the piece fell off nice and clean, luckily.
Yeah.
But took a while to do the carving. I never did anything like that before. So that's that.
I've got a question for you. Did you plan out your carving?
No, I didn't. I just went at it
Free form.
free form.
Fun,
As you
isn't it?
could tell.
No, it's a lot of, it's a lot of fun doing free form carving.
I just used the tool rest as a guide and turned it backwards every time so I'd kind of get them, you know, equally spaced. But you can see some of them overran each other and everything like that, so it was fun.
And the finish?
The finish is a home brew. It's only got one coat, so I did it last night. It's equal parts turpentine, tung oil, and some gloss poly. And this is just a piece of maple and roadkill I found on the side of the road in East Hampton, hollowed and
You did that one the day before.
did that the day before. No, that one took a while with a African blackwood finial. And that's that.
Very nice.
This one? You notice everybody putting their fingers in and trying to
Everybody, yeah.
finish.
This one isn't as smooth as it could be, but these were two pieces of the same same log. I started with this one. Unfortunately, I mean, I got the outside the way I wanted it, but I could not hollow out anymore. My tools just don't go in that far, so it's a little heavy, but it's a nice piece of spalted maple. On this one, I used Steve's method, which was cut it in half. And certainly a lot easier to do, and it's nice and smooth on the inside, and came out pretty good. You can barely see the line on it. And this was a piece of wood that I got from John last week, and I tried to do an Ellsworth 1/16 of an inch hollow form, but blew it up. And I just brought it in to show that some of these are pretty difficult to do, especially when you hit really thin. I haven't been able to do one like Ellsworth. I'm still trying.
Very good.